Before the fame, before the cars, before Honda became a global empire, there was just a boy, covered in grease, with dirt under his nails, and a dream nobody believed in. This is the story they don't tell you about Soichiro Honda. Born in 1906, in a small rural village in Japan, Soichiro was the son of a blacksmith and a weaver. There were no factories, no engines, no wealth, only the sound of hammer on steel, and the fire of curiosity in a boy's eyes. One day, Soichiro saw a car for the first time. It rolled into his village like a spaceship. The villagers were confused. But Honda? He ran behind it barefoot, memorizing every detail. That moment flipped a switch in his brain. He was just 8 years old, but he knew, one day, I'll make machines like this. But dreams come with a price. He was mocked in school, told he was stupid. He couldn't even write his name properly until later in life. At 15, he left home, no money, no degree, and started working at an auto shop in Tokyo. He cleaned floors, scrubbed tools, but watched everything. While others went home, Honda stayed up late designing engine parts out of scrap metal. Nobody noticed, nobody cared, but the fire in his heart kept growing. Years later, Soichiro Honda finally started his own company making piston rings. He poured everything into it. But when he took them to Toyota, they rejected him, brutally. So what did Honda do? Cry? Quit? No. He enrolled himself in engineering school, even though he had no academic record, no diploma, nothing. He was older than the students, poorer, and laughed at. But he didn't come to be liked. He came to learn. After years of trial and failure, Toyota finally accepted his piston rings. It was supposed to be the breakthrough. But then, World War II began. His factory was bombed, twice. When he tried to rebuild, an earthquake leveled the plant. Everything gone. Most men would have stopped right there, but not Honda. When the war ended, Japan was in shambles. Gasoline was nearly impossible to find, and the country was on the verge of collapse. So what did Honda do? He strapped a tiny motor to a bicycle. The streets laughed. The world ignored him. But people needed transport. And suddenly, this little motorbike became a sensation. In 1948, with almost nothing but his soul and scars, Honda launched Honda Motor Company. But Soichiro Honda didn't want to just sell in Japan. He wanted to take on the world. In the 1950s, Honda went after the US market, a country that mocked Japanese products. Cheap, inferior, laughable. That's what they said. But Honda smiled. He knew something they didn't. His bikes were smaller, lighter, and more fuel efficient. And while the American market laughed, he was building, one brick at a time, one failure at a time. He created the Honda Super Cub, the most sold motorcycle in history. But he didn't stop there. In the 1970s, as America faced the oil crisis, Honda dropped a bombshell. The Honda Civic, a compact car that was efficient, reliable, and cheap. Suddenly, the entire industry shifted. Soichiro Honda, a boy who once couldn't even write his own name, was now outsmarting Detroit. His mantra, his 99% failure. He welcomed mistakes. He celebrated failure. Because he knew that real success is forged in fire. He never became a billionaire. He never chased fame. But he became something more powerful, a symbol of grit. A blacksmith's son who reshaped the global auto industry because he refused to quit. So the next time you see a Honda, remember the man behind the machine, because behind every engine is a story of war, failure, rejection, fire, and impossible dreams that came true.